Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. In today's video, sponsored by K-beauty brand Plumper Recipe, I want to share some of the kind of how to explain this, kind of products and kind of ingredients and techniques that have really worked for me when it comes to seeing a visible difference in my skin, things that are a constant throughout my routines and not just trend-based, ingredients, products and techniques that I will never not do just because they really do transform my skin and have done, and I continue to do it. As I mentioned, today's video is sponsored by Plumper Recipe. You've probably seen them a fair bit online recently. Everybody seems to love them right now. So when they asked if I want to try some products, I was like, yeah, go on then. And unsurprisingly, I'm really enjoying them. Plumper Recipe was founded by a father who was trying to develop some kind of skincare product to help his daughter who was suffering from a skin condition. They actually made a jojoba oil, which they then started selling to friends and family to give to their children who were suffering from the same skincare condition. And this grew into the brand Plumper Recipe, which I think is really cute. It's like your dad's recipe, you know? The whole idea behind the brand is that these are products for everyone to enjoy, that you enjoy so much that you're more than happy to share it with your friends and family. I think that's really cute. And they're doing their best at being eco-friendly, with the majority of their packaging being made from 50% recycled plastic, as well as refill pouches available. So today I want to share 4 of my game-changing tips, game changers for my skin with the help of Plumper Recipe products. So the first one is exfoliation, and I've mentioned this before, but for me, it's more about gentle exfoliation and not less exfoliation. We all know the importance of exfoliation. We all know we need to exfoliate so our skin has a chance to kind of renew and promote that cell turnover, so our skin not only looks nice, like even, but also feels smooth. It's clear of like congested pores, all that kind of stuff. Well, they're the main reasons I exfoliate. But exfoliators are in everything. Peeling pads, peeling gels, serums, moisturizers, cleansers. It can all be too much, but what's important is to listen to what your skin needs. What I find works best for me is just avoiding any real high percentage exfoliation. You can use high percentage exfoliation, then build up your skin to tolerate more, right? But I just found for my skin, there's just no need. We aren't in a competition to see whose skin can take on the most exfoliation or the highest percentage actives. Like, why bother when these lower percentages work absolutely fine? So when it comes to exfoliating toners or liquids, I prefer very low percentages more often throughout the week, or alternative kind of exfoliating ingredients like willow bark extract. Works really well for my skin. Enzyme scrubs are an amazing way to gently exfoliate if you like a physical exfoliant. Don't let the word scrub fool you, because it's not going to rip your skin apart. Check out my St. Ives video if you want a little bit more information on that. But Plumper Recipe do their Blemish Enzyme Powder Cleanser with rice powder and walnut shell and PHA, and this is a perfect example of gentle exfoliation that you can use often. So the 3 exfoliating ingredients are actually really gentle. We have PHA, which is known to be like the more gentler version of AHA. It works slower, meaning it's more gentle, whilst the rice and walnut shell powder gives you a really gentle scrub, all in a pH balanced cleanser. Now, I know I said walnut scrub, but when you look at the texture of this, it is powder. We're not talking big shells or big grains of rice. It's a powder. The moment you add water to this and lather it up on your face, you feel those scrubby particles very gently kind of almost vanish as you gently exfoliate your skin. It's almost like once they've done their job, they disappear. They glide over the skin, have very gentle buffing texture, not a rip and scrub into the skin, you know? You don't have to push them around and scrub. With daily or every other day use of this product, you get a really nice gentle exfoliation that is effective without the risk of overdoing it, without destroying your skin barrier, which will lead to further issues. We also have rice water in here, which is known to generally just kind of like overall help hydrate and brighten your skin, even out skin tone, and really just make you look fresher, alongside soothing allantoin, and of course hydrating glycerin as well. This is a gentle exfoliating product that, yes, while our skin can take high percentages, for me, rosacea prone skin, I'm at an age where now I don't want to suffer from inflammaging, which is like irritating your skin to the point where it becomes inflamed and speeds up the aging process. So I'm taking like a very gentle approach. By all means, if exfoliating toners work for you, I still use them on and off, but I will not aim to kind of like use them every other day, like every day. I just prefer the gentler, more often kind of approach to exfoliation. Let's talk about hydration. We all love hydration. I feel like that's one of the main things I talk about on this channel because yes, it gives us lovely, dewy, plump looking skin. But not only does it do that, but it also kind of helps balance out my oil, sebum production, but also tone and texture. Hydrating your skin with hydrating products does so much more than just hydrating, and that is why I love toners. I know a lot of people don't like toners and essences. I love to use a toner and essence for this hydrating step. And my discovery of essences maybe 5 years ago changed my skincare routine and my skin forever in the best way. Rehydrating our skin is vital for your skin, and I can't stress that enough. Yes, while like glass skin is in and hydrating your skin is the easiest way to get that, it's so much more important than just a skincare trend. It's vital for fighting against transepidermal water loss, replenishing your skin with that hydration that is maybe lost, but it's also vital for barrier function. Whilst water is present throughout all our skin, it's that top layer of skin that kind of needs that extra attention. When our skin becomes dehydrated, our barrier becomes compromised. That leads to irritation, itching, red, flaky skin, every kind of skincare concern you can kind of think of. And of course, you can still be oily and dehydrated. I've suffered from this before. You know, like your skin feels dry and tight, but when you look at it, you've got oily skin. You can see every bit of texture on your skin. So essences were a game changer for me, and not only did they introduce me to niacinamide as an ingredient, but the visual and deeper effects of hydration, whilst also helping to balance out my sebum production. So this is the Noble Rot Lifting Essence. The name, I know. I know. It sounds very English. There's something very English about it, but this is a perfect example of what a hydrating essence should look like and what it should do. Noble Rot is actually a fungus that grows purposely on grapes. It's actually used in wine. I feel like they changed the kind of fungus, or like let it fungus for longer if they want a certain type of wine. I might make that up. But it's purposely made on grapes. But it has so many benefits for the skin, and we'll talk about fermentation next. Because if you aren't using fermented ingredients in your skincare already, again, another game changer for me, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But the main purpose of essences is to deliver that deeper hydration. This is such a deeply hydrating and soothing essence that you can kind of feel the moment it touches your skin, not only getting into your skin, but kind of soothing and smoothing the surface of your skin. That provides instant hydration that you can feel throughout your skin. What 2 layers is kind of enough. I kind of like to do 3 just because the way it looks and feels on the skin. Morning and night. And like I said, not only does it make my skin look and feel great, but more importantly, it helps support that barrier function. Like a traditional essence, the Plumper Recipe Lifting Essence is formulated with lower molecular weight hyaluronic acid to really deliver that hydration into your skin. And really, it's quite simple in the rest of its ingredients. We have seaweed extract in here, which makes your skin look and feel super smooth and moisturized. Adenosine for barrier repair and healing as well. Soothing. This is a great essence for more sensitive skin types, oily skin types. Anyone can actually use this, and there's just so much of it. There's just so much of it. And of course, fermented grapes. So let's talk about fermented ingredients. Leading on from essences, not only did they introduce me to niacinamide, as I mentioned, but also fermented ingredients. And oh my God, I didn't understand what that was at the time. In fact, at the time I was like, sounds disgusting, but I'll give it a try. And whilst the fermentation process is different and the outcome is purposely made different for a lot of different skincare ingredients, overall, fermented ingredients has just been a game changer for my skin. So fermented ingredients do a number of things, from barrier support, which again is one of the main aims, the end goal of all my routines. You know, and as we age more, as we experiment with more skincare, it's so important to help strengthen your skin barrier. Maybe don't destroy it in the first place, but you know, we're all human. What some fermented ingredients can actually do is increase the potency of other ingredients within the skincare, help deliver that into the skin as well, whilst also helping our skin to retain moisture and hydration. But of course, this all does vary on what exactly is being fermented. In this case, we are talking about grape and the Noble Rot Lifting Ampoule. This is actually a collab with a Korean dermatologist YouTuber as well, who I forget her name, but I'll link her channel down below. And she's known for, you know, working in a lab, running very rigorous tests on things, you know, debunking, myth busting a bit, kind of exposing products and their claims. And this is a collab with her, and they've managed to harvest, I think, is that the right word? This fungus basically from Noble Rot, and make it even more potent. And the particular goal here is to help promote collagen and elastin production and all the above that I just mentioned. In fact, this is made with 62.1% fermented grape. And that's what I find, like, when it comes to fermented ingredients, is there is always a good amount of that ingredient within your skincare. And this is the kind of thing where I do like higher percentages. And as the name suggests, this is really an anti-aging ampoule as far as like helping to lift the skin, fight fine lines. We have hyaluronic acid in here and adenosine again. Again, making this a really soothing ampoule for all types of skin types and conditions and concerns. The texture of this is so nice. You can't really see it too well because we have the gradient, but you have to kind of like mix it together a little bit. And when you open the lid, that bit pops and kind of fills up the pipette, so you don't have to go like popping in, like squeezing it and trying to get out the right amount. The texture of this, I struggle to show you in these clips because it's very watery, yet it has this kind of like slip to it that when you put it on the skin, just gives your skin this look of like instant smoothness, but a feeling as well. You also get that deep hydration. The 2 layers, you kind of have like an oily milk up the top here, and then like your more watery ampoule down the bottom here, which is well illustrated by the gradient, but this just adds for the most perfect kind of like moisturizing yet hydrating texture. Think a really light version of, what's that, Laneige Cream Skin Refiner, but really make it watery, light and hydrating. And in the last couple months that I've been using this, my skin kind of like has this bounce look like this. Oh, actually, kind of like combined with these two, it kind of has this like, my skin's always had this bounce, but it has this like firmness to it. I don't know if that's even like interesting, but I have noticed a firmness that I've not truly felt with other kind of like refirm your skin kind of products. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I kind of want like another few months with this. I'll have to get another one because I'm really out of this one, but another few months, then come back and kind of explain to you how it really does feel like it's tightening my skin. I haven't got Botox again, so I'm looking forward to like just keep using it on these fine lines. But I'm fascinated with it, the texture of it, the way it feels on your skin, what it does for your skin. But yeah, both these products are so great for all skin types, especially sensitive skin types, and they give you that like glow, that dewy glow, as I said, whilst actually hydrating the skin without being heavy and greasy. It's more than just the appearance of hydration on your skin. And finally, my overall one tip when it comes to actives is to go slow. I think as a skin influencer, I've had so many accidents and so many kind of like moments that I didn't learn from when it comes to trying to not just using so many actives, but trying to quickly see the effects of an active. And that's just not how they work. I know a lot of people say like 4 weeks, which is a good testing time where you can start seeing improvements with most products, but really to see real changes that you're like, oh god, yeah, my skin does it really different. It takes months, it takes a lot of time. Things like niacinamide, salicylic acid, AHAs, retinol, all that kind of stuff, it does take patience and it takes time. And I know we all know that, but the thing of like being like, I'll give it 4 weeks and I'll stop, I've kind of learned not to do that anymore. You know, like if I'm not seeing improvements in those 4 weeks, I still carry on. And then over time, you're like, oh crap, yeah, this makes such a good difference. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, yeah, just like get rid of it, give it to someone else. But the majority of the time, going slow with the actives and seeing that progression over the time is so much more worth trying to like binge that ingredient or that product and trying to see that instant improvement. For me, serums are a great way to do this because they just last so long. And having those serums with real actives in, not just like a hyaluronic acid, or just like a niacinamide, but those serums with a concoction of all types of actives and ingredients in. This is why I've stayed away from brands like The Ordinary for so long, because I feel like their serums target one particular skincare concern, whereas there's so many amazing like multi kind of purpose serums out there that target a whole range of skincare concerns where you're going to see really nice differences in your skin. Of course, I have a Plumper recipe product for that. This is the Plumper recipe Blemish serum. Look how huge this is compared to like this is kind of like your average ampoule, right? Your average size. 30 mil? 30 mil, right? Average size for all of them. The Ordinary average size. This one is 150. It's huge, and I've tried to use it up and I'm just never going to use it up. But what I like about this is it's got a whole concoction of amazing ingredients in. Whilst it is called a Blemish serum, we're not talking that hardcore, you know, AHA resurfacing kind of serum. We're talking like over time, this is going to even out your skin tone, help with fine lines, texture, all that kind of stuff in a really nice, gentle journey kind of way. So their description of this says that it helps even out skin tone, texture, acts as a dark spot or age spot corrector, pore minimizer, decreases the look of fine lines, wrinkles and redness, brighten dull looking skin, and it can even calm mild problematic acne or acne scars, flaky skin around the eyes, nose and mouth. And yes, but nicely and gradually without hitting your skin hard. And that's the whole Plumper recipe kind of thing, is we don't want to go intense. Everyone should be able to use this and everybody can really use this. So we have niacinamide, which can help with breakouts. It can help even out skin tone, help with sebum production. It has been shown to help minimize the appearance of pores as well. We have bakuchiol as an antioxidant in here, can potentially help against fine lines and wrinkles. Sodium hyaluronate for that hydration as well. We have soothing allantoin, adenosine, again to help with those fine lines, galactomyces ferment filtrate, one of my favorite kind of fermented ingredients, again, evening out skin tone, brightening, moisturizing, hydrating, anti-aging, rich in amino acids. Galactomyces ferment filtrate is just for me the ingredient, the anti-aging ingredient, other than retinol, of course. Help the skin barrier, pigmentation, it's all in here. And whilst, as I said, this isn't a real hit hard like we'll see you in 4 weeks without any pigmentation, this really gently, gradually helps kind of like gradually make those improvements on the concerns that you're concerned about without compromising anything on your skin. So yes, really enjoyed that. But those are the 4 kind of key pillars of my skincare ethos, I guess you can say right now, demonstrated by the products from Plumper Recipe. So thank you again, Plumper Recipe, for sponsoring today's video. Check out everyone else's reviews of Plumper Recipe because there's some sponsored and unsponsored, and they're all raving reviews. I must say, like, these are probably, like, specifically these 3, some of my favorite products I've used this year. I absolutely love them. You can check out all the links in the description box down below. Let me know if you've used this before in the out. You can check out some more product reviews here and some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.